had the privilege to coach some great players.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer in Strahan, and I don't take no credit for Strahan's success. I mean, you know, sure, he was.
It's a lot of success.
He was already, you know, he's ready to ball. But you know one thing though, we have a great relationship. He respects me. He did what I asked him to do.
Yeah.
He never sassed me or nothing. We worked hard together, and it was just a great relationship. Funny thing about Michael is, you know, most of the guys lifted in the morning.
Yeah.
Back then, and Strahan goes, I want to lift in the afternoon after practice. When everyone's gone, I want to still be here working. I say, Michael, they're all here earlier working out. They got their stuff done. You're just the last guy getting it done. They're like you're working extra.
He tried to psych himself out, a little psychoanalysis.
Whatever. But, you know, that's just the way it was.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, we just blessed to be around some of the greatest athletes in the world. And,
literally. But also at the best time, though. Like, we talk, like, I love the state of the game. And, like, we're looking at some of the fastest, twitchiest athletes ever, just in light of the progression of the sport. So, I mean, I think what's cool for you is you got a chance to actually see the growth and the dynamic effects of your profession throughout the evolution of the game. Like, you know, size, speed, strength, and now it's just it's at a point where right now, you know, now you don't have the mental resilience that previous generations once had because the business is invading in so many different. But I think you hit the apex of it, brother.
Yeah, you know, I'm glad I coached when I did.
Yeah,
because we coached the athletes, we trained them. Now, I mean,
they telling you.
Yeah, it's just like there's no time to train them. There's more time doing football and they got time off and everything, and you just don't have the opportunity to train them like the way you want to train them.
Yeah, that's real.
It was a great year, great time, great era to be in the profession, and now it's just a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
And you know, you look at athletes, and some of them they're not as trained as they used to be.
No, they're not.
You know,
I mean, like,
good athletes.
Well, my general, I think this is a general statement or principle. There's not that many things that you do less of and get better at, right? So, and when you look at the age and the entry point of these athletes, obviously they're getting younger, and that means, you know, they have more information, but there's not a lot of context for all this information. Mm-hmm. So if they don't have the right mentors, and I think all this is starting to get, you know, now you got NIL and all these other factors that make it even more challenging. But if they don't have the right information at the right time, then you know, them being on their own isn't always what's best for them. So it's a challenging space for all these, you know, different leagues. Even now, the college really isn't amateur anymore. College is pretty much professional.
Absolutely,
it's just changed.
Matt Hasselbeck said one time I was at a meeting with the NFLPA and they were talking about the off season, what needs to be done, so on and so forth. And Matt said, you know, guys, let me tell you something. Since we've all been in high school, we had somebody telling us what to do to train. We didn't train ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, Matt was a seasoned quarterback, put a whole lot of years in and if I had a privilege to coach him as a rookie and
at BC?
As a rookie at BC, as a freshman at BC.
Dude, coached everybody.
Freshman and sophomore. Yeah. And he's a good brother, strong Christian.
Yeah,
and
amazing family.
Really love him. But he tells us, says, look, we've been told all our lives what to do.
Yeah.
So now you're going to go ahead and do it on your own? You don't even know what to do. you know, and so
I still train, but I still don't know what to do. Yeah. I'm like, bro, I need somebody to send me some cards, yo. Send me some cards, Jerry. I mean, reaching out to all my, you know, Coach Hicks was my strength coach in Syracuse. I'm like, man, somebody send me something. I'm tired of this. Tired of thinking.
You know, everybody just wants a plan, and then you need somebody to push you sometimes, you know, because you know, the first time you don't want to do it, that's the hardest to give it up.
There you go.
But then, you know, each time thereafter, it becomes easy not to do it. We say the word is The first time you quit's the hardest. But once you quit, each time you challenge thereafter, it becomes easier and easier to give up.
Ooh.
And it's same thing with anything you do. Any kind of discipline.
Hold on, folks.
If it's reading the Word of God.
Come on.
You know, hey, I don't feel like reading it today. Okay? If you feel a little tired again, I'm not feeling like. Next thing you know, you ain't reading it anymore.
It is.
Any discipline.
And that's
the first time you quit is the hardest.
And that's what that is literally the beginning of. You got to get quit out your system. At the end of the day, I love what you just said, but it's like you got to have a plan and you got to have someone to push you.